She was India's most powerful woman in banking, the youngest CEO of a private bank, a Padma Bhushan awardee, celebrated by Forbes and Time. But today, she is facing a legacy shattered by scandal. How did Chanda Kochar, the woman who modernized ICICI Bank, fall into one of the biggest corporate controversies in Indian history? Let's uncover the inspiring rise, bold leadership, and shocking downfall of Chanda Kochar. Born in 1961 in Jodhpur, Chanda Kochar's story began in a humble middle class household. After her father passed away, her mother raised her in Mumbai, where she showed brilliance early on. She studied economics at Jai Hind College and later topped her class at Jamna Lal Bajaj Institute of Management. Her hard work paid off when she joined ICICI Bank as a management trainee in 1984, at a time when Indian banks were still male dominated institutions. From day one, Chanda stood out, sharp, analytical, and fiercely dedicated. Her big break came in the 1990s when KV Kamath spotted her talent and brought her into ICICI core transformation team. She led ICICI's retail lending arm, launching aggressive home loans, car loans, and personal finance products that made ICICI a household name in the Indian middle class. In 2009, Chanda made history. She became CEO and MD of ICICI Bank, the first woman to lead a major Indian bank at just 48. She was also the youngest to do so. She took charge during the global financial crisis and turned the tide. Her famous 4C's strategy, cost, credit, CASA, and capital, stabilized the bank. From Davos to Dalal Street, Chanda Kochar became the face of Indian banking. She featured in Forbes' most powerful women list multiple times, earned the Padma Bhushan in 2011, and was named in Time magazine's 100 most influential people. She was admired not just for her intelligence but also for her discipline. Her time management skills were legendary, finishing office work by 6 pm, making calls from her car, and balancing motherhood with leadership. But behind the scenes, cracks were beginning to show. In 2018, a whistleblower exposed a scandal alleging that Chanda Kochar had granted a 300 crore loan to the Videocon group, and in return, her husband's company, Neo Power Renewables, received 64 crores. This was a classic case of quid pro quo, a conflict of interest involving shell companies, fake investment, and insider ties. Despite her denial, Chanda stepped down. Investigations by the CBI and Informants Directorate followed. In 2023, she was arrested, and on July 3, 2025, the appellant tribunal found her guilty. Chanda Kochar's story is one of inspirations and cautions. She broke barriers, reshaped Indian retail banking, and inspired millions. But her ethical lapse erased decades of credibility. In a country where trust is biggest currency in finance, Chanda's fall is a reminder no success is above integrity. Her journey is now a case study in both corporate leadership and governance failure. What do you think? Was her downfall inevitable, or a costly mistake from a once great leader? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful stories from the world of finance.